What's going on, guys? It's Super Span here. It's been a couple of days since the NBA draft. I really wanted to upload my reaction, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. But I did watch it, and I gotta say, I'm actually not as disappointed as I thought I would be that the Bulls didn't draft Michael Porter Jr. And big reason is because, come to think of it, I mean we've experienced a lot of injuries within just basically the last 10 years. It's been a really hard 10 years. We went from being one of the best teams in the NBA with the best record in the NBA at one point to being one of the worst teams in the seventh pick, all because one player, my favorite player, Derrick Rose, got hurt, and he just kept getting hurt. And if there's one thing we should learn from injured players is just sometimes you just gotta stay away from him. Even if that's what the fans wanted. Everybody wanted Michael Porter Jr., not just Bulls fans. Knicks fans wanted him. A lot of people wanted him. But the truth is, I mean, he is very injury prone. But I really hope, even though he's not on the Bulls, that he can get past all that and become the player we all wanted him to be. Um, with that being said, I'm very happy with the Wendell Carter Jr. pick as well as the Chandler Hutchinson pick. Chandler Hutchinson averaged 20 points per game, and I believe it was 8 rebounds in college in his last year at Boise State. So, I mean, hopefully he can bring a little bit of that scoring to us. We've always been known for being very solid late round draft pick. We have very solid late round draft picks. So I'm not worried. I mean, we got what we needed. We got a center. We got a guy who hopefully can play small forward. I'm not really sure what they want him to do there. I thought he was a shooting guard, but you never know. We're turning into sort of a positionless league. So, I mean, that can help us out a lot. But I'm going to talk about the prize of the draft. I guess you could say in Wendell Carter. He's a solid rebounder. He's very good at offensive rebounding in particular, which that's always very useful. He can work on his defense, and he's got a solid three. He's got good post moves. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I did see a comparison that I really liked. It was somebody compared him to Al Horford, and I am actually a pretty big fan of Al Horford. Excuse me. Um, just because he's a solid player, and I love how he can shoot the three. He's really added that into his game in the last 5 years or so, I believe, and I think he was a really huge contributor to the Boston Celtics, and I just hope Wendell Carter could do the same for us. Um, but it's really not over. This offseason's not over for us. Apparently, we're supposed to be sneaky in free agency. I don't know if that means we're going to go after a big time free agent or a few guys or maybe even one guy that'll help us towards the near future. Um, whether they want to try to go for Jabari Parker or DeMarcus Cousins. I don't want. I mean, we're not going to get LeBron, but I really wouldn't even want them to get LeBron because I mean that's really not how I want to win. I mean, we're going to have him for a few years, and then who knows? Maybe he won't like some of our teammates, some of our future, our key pieces, and then it would just feel kind of weird, and I'd feel a little. It just wouldn't feel right. I heard a great expression. It's like Kevin Durant being on the Warriors. It's like winning a 50v50 in Fortnite. It really requires not a lot of skill and not it's not the way I want them to develop. And I want to see Larry Markkinen become a superstar in this league, whether that can happen or not. Um, I want Zach LaVine to become what we hope he can become, and I just want Chris Dunn to keep improving, and of course Carter and Chandler Hutchinson to just become, at the very least, solid players for us. Who knows if they'll become stars? I certainly believe in them. I mean, you never know. We haven't even seen them play a single game. in the NBA. So it's kind of impossible to determine that right now how they're gonna be. So I mean, yeah, we didn't get Michael Porter. A lot of people wanted him, but I've always said this before the draft, before each draft in years past. No matter who they draft, I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna root for them, and I'm gonna continue to be a fan of this franchise because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a diehard Bulls fans, and I know a lot of you out there are. I hope I hope a lot of people out there understand that maybe we didn't take the guy everybody wanted the Bulls to take, but sometimes you got to make the safe decision, and I mean, I really think it'll pay off for us. We did. It's not like we didn't get anything we didn't. It's not like we got something we didn't need, like a point guard or a shooting guard. I mean, we did get Hutchinson, but he could be a small forward. I mean, but we got a center. We got a solid player in Hutchinson, who I believe he could shoot threes. And now it's just up to free agency to see what they do there. I'm very excited about that. That's coming up in the 1st of July, I want to say. So I mean, it's a very exciting time of year. It's one of my favorite times of year, because you get to really speculate what's gonna happen. You have no idea if we're gonna change our franchise around this offseason. It's kind of unlikely, but you never know. You never know. We could get a few players in free agency right now, and we'll be contending for the playoffs. A lot of people are saying that's not ideal, but I mean, people are saying it's not ideal because we were like that a couple years ago before the rebuild. And, but when you think about it, back then we only had Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, and Rondo. And then our best scoring option was Jimmy Butler, and then second best was D Wade, and I'd say the third was like Mirotic. And that's not a very good team. That's a mediocre team right there. And I mean, with the pieces you've got right now, if you can develop them, turn them into stars, I really think they have star potential in them. We're a lot better off than we were a couple years ago. I still stand by the Jimmy Butler trade. I think that was one of the best moves we could have done. I mean, we didn't get a top 5 pick, but we got Lauri Markkanen, and he's turned out to be phenomenal. Zach LaVine can turn into something great. Chris Dunn, I mean, he exceeded all expectations. I'm a huge fan of Chris Dunn, even though there's been reports that they're not impressed with his workout or work ethic this summer. I mean, there's been tons and tons of guys like that. I mean, there's been tons of guys. There's tons of guys that don't even show up to practice. That are still just insanely good. I mean, the famous Allen Iverson interview rant. I mean, there's tons of guys like that. So I 100% believe in Chris Dunn. I believe in Lauri Markkanen. I believe in Zach LaVine, Wendell Carter, and all the other guys. Even Denzel Valentine could turn into something solid. That'd be, phenomenal. So, I mean, I really did think we got a good draft this year. I'm happy we didn't make any hasty decisions, like trading away the 16th pick last year, which was kind of unnecessary, and then trading away Jordan Bell. We didn't do anything too crazy. It wasn't the most exciting draft, even though there were a lot of rumors, but you know what? Sometimes that's what you need. And we definitely made the right decisions this year. I'm very happy, and I'm, gives me some faith in the front office. So we'll see. We'll see how these guys turn out, but I really think we should be excited about this team, about this future. Basketball, could be back in Chicago. We've got some of the best fans in the world. I mean, even though we were one of the worst teams in the league, we still sold out pretty much. We still led the league in attendance, and that's awesome. I mean, that really speaks for the city and our love for the team and basketball in general. So I mean, I think that alone could attract some free agencies along with our young core. So like I said, we'll see where this team goes. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. I just had to really kind of give my opinion on this draft. I thought it was I think it was a great success this year. I'm very happy. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, share the video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.